Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to basically upgrade your engine without really upgrading it. See, these engines here, these Briggs and Strattons, it says 11.5 gross horsepower. Could probably make more than that. A bit more, in fact. And you might be wondering, well, why is this? Why is this? Do you have to do something with the carburetor? No, it's actually extremely simple. And I can show you how to do it in a few easy steps. So down here by the carburetor, you can see basically it's essentially an intake manifold. Now if you look right there, you see that little tab. Oh, what's that? Might be just thinking, oh, it's some kind of weird gasket, right? Well, it's sort of a weird gasket, but I'll show you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna unscrew both these bolts here, and they're usually not very tight, so a little wrench like this will work just fine. Anyways, you're gonna take the bolts out. These ones are very loose. So after you got both the bolts out, you can see it's already falling out because I put it back in just for the video, but you can pull back here, you'll see your intake. And now I'll show you what fell out. This guy. You might notice, hey, that's not quite a circle. The intake's that big, but this is this big. This right here, I'm not quite sure what it is. It serves no purpose but to restrict your engine power. And it might be an emissions thing, I don't know. Like if you're in some state like California and you take this up, you might get in trouble. I don't know. I have no idea. I looked as hard as I couldn't find anything on it. All I know is it drains your power. Take this off. Now you have the big intake. Way more air is going to get through your carburetor into the engine. Way more fuel in there. You got to make more horsepower. This 11.5 horsepower's engine is probably upgraded to something more of a 14 or 15 horsepower now. And all I do is put the bolts back in. You don't need to put a gasket in because if you see right here, if my camera would focus, there is a rubber O-ring. That is a high temp O-ring. It can mate right to the side of the engine. Don't bother about sealant or any other gaskets. You can just put these on, tighten them decently, but it won't leak. I already tried this. That's how I know. So you gotta get these tight, really good and tight. I mean, not too tight. You don't want to strip them. I think it's an aluminum head, so, be careful. But there, now it's on. Got our stupid thingy right here. And now, I'll crank it over. Keep in mind, parts right here. Here we go. In my case, I didn't need to tune my carburetor, but you might need to tune your carburetor. I'm not sure. Aside from that, that little piece being gone allows your engine to suck in way more air, which means more power. It's going to also burn more fuel, but if you want more power and you came to this video, I don't think you really care about fuel. So if your entire intake system looks something like this with a long intake manifold on your Briggs and Stratton engine, chances are there's a low restrictor hiding behind it. Check it out. Make sure yours doesn't. You can see by the tab shown in this photo here. If your mower doesn't have that little tab sticking out, there's no restrictor.